In JavaScript, types are not very visibly related. I mean, if one was to write a program for geometric shapes in another object-oriented language, one may possibly have a shape class and then create other classes like circle, square, triangle, etc. to extend from that shape. But in JavaScript, we don't have that kind of inheritance. But we can create inheritance like relationship using the prototype chains. That is, we can set the value of the prototype object itself. Let's take the shape example. Let me first create a constructor function called shape. And this has an area method with some dummy implementation saying that this method needs to be implemented, because the intention is that each shape has a different way of calculating the area. Then we create another constructor function called square, which takes a length parameter, and we just store the length as its own property and also define the area function. Similarly, we create a rectangle constructor function which has a height and width. And let's say that we forget to add the area method to the rectangle. Now to make square and rectangle inherit from the shape constructor function, we can set their prototype property to a new shape object like this. Alright, and now let's create a new square of side 2 and call the area method. So this works. And if we create a new rectangle object and call the area method, we get this message. And the reason is that because square already has an area method, so the new prototype object did not override that. But because rectangle didn't have the area method, it got added due to the prototype assignment. Now there are two ways we can add the area method to the rectangle. Either add the area property to the rectangle.prototype object or redefine the rectangle. So let's just redefine it for now and add the area method. There are many more interesting things about JavaScript objects, but I think that this is a good starting point at the introductory level without getting overwhelmed. This should give you a solid ground for learning frameworks like jQuery or AngularJS. In the next chapter, we will talk about some miscellaneous things which we left out in lectures before that.